Hey, am I on? Am I rolling? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have to actually start writing notes because everything's becoming a real big blur to me on what day it is, where I'm at. I mean, I got a funny story on where I'm at, by the way, that nobody knows yet. I'll get to that at the end. So it's Friday the 17th, day 6, starting day 6. So I'm right outside a hotel. I'm at the Comfort Inn, right outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Last night's destination should have been the Munger Moss in Lebanon, Missouri. And this morning I should be heading off of Route 66 straight north up to Marceline, Missouri, which some of you may know that's where Walt Disney grew up. He actually lived in Chicago for a while, and I'm going to try to track down that house when I get into Chicago in a couple of days. But as some of you that are watching the videos and following me on Facebook, you know that I got caught in a really tremendous thunderstorm, unbelievable thunderstorm, and I got to admit it now that it's over, to all my viewers and my wife, it was probably the scariest I've ever been on that motorcycle. I mean, the wind was pushing me every direction. You couldn't counter it. It'd push you one way, then it'd push you the next. It'd push you from the back. Leaves were flying. It looked like I made that joke about the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz earlier that morning, but it was like I was in a tornado. I mean, things were just flying around. I also made a comment in one of my previous videos about I was in the rain so much that I was thinking it would wash those bugs off, because I had them in my vent, my visor, my chin, and not only the shield, because I clean the shield periodically, but they were all over the place. And I'm not kidding. I didn't wash this helmet. I didn't touch this helmet. And the helmet, I had stuff. You guys might have seen it on the prior video. There were like splats all in there, splats all in the chin piece. I did not touch this helmet at all. All that came off while I was riding in that rain and wind. Crazy, but that is no joke. That's no joke. So I ended up here, canceled the Munger Moss. I'm gonna drive by there today and go visit Ramona. She was really cool and understanding why I had to cancel. And then tonight, I don't know where I'm staying, and that's okay. That's fine, as long as I find a place that has laundry, because I got to get some laundry done. But I'm gonna leave this one open. The next hotel I'm staying at, that's scheduled, is Braidwood. Is in the city of Braidwood, which is about an hour and a half out of Chicago. So what's really odd for me, I mean, you know, hitting the Midpoint Cafe the other day was a pretty monumental moment, but I'm almost in Chicago without any other huge incident other than Gallup, where I had the tire replaced and the steering fixed and the pedal retapped. Other than Gallup, things have been going really good. So let me go on to, I just want, I did write notes because I'm gonna forget. So another big shout out to Robert and Chris at Creek County Spaceway for letting me literally seek shelter at their location. They're supposed to have a race that day, and I just by chance happened to cross it. Actually, there was nothing around. There was nothing around, and I just saw a driveway with a structure, and I just did my best to pull in. I got on the side of one of their concession stand buildings just so the wind wouldn't knock me over. I had a feeling if I came to a complete stop, I would have went over if I didn't have something blocking the wind. And that's and the rest of those details I've done a video in other Facebook, so I'm gonna move on. Gonna talk about the bike real quick. Thanks to my buddy Dennis, who's now in Guam. He has the exact same make and model and year as my KLR, and he's been responding to some of the things I've been putting on social media. And I just wanted to tell everybody, I don't know why, but at my MPG on the KLR at home is like in the 30s for some reason. Over here, for some reason, I'm getting way over in the 40s. Now, I did boost up to mid-grade octane. I'm going to, this is from Traveler's Tech, suggest you just go to noted fuel stops, don't go to bargain ones. So I'm doing mid-grade, and it's not overheating as much anymore. I'm keeping the MPG, I'm keeping the RPMs around 4,000 to 5,000, and not, that motorcycle is not made to cruise at, 75 to 80 miles per hour for hours on end. It will heat up. You can't get around it. That's one huge benefit of riding Route 66, because sometimes when I'm paralleling the freeway, I'm able to maintain 60, maybe even 70, when the speed limit on the freeway is 70 or 75. That's the speed limit. But I'm telling you, these trucks and drivers on the highway, they're flying. They're going by, and those trucks will buffer me with the wind a lot. So I'm watching that, and I'm just going about 5 miles slower, not overheating, and I'm going to the same place that they are. So Route 66 is really good for motorcycles for it. Oh, I'm keeping track here. So let me just go to Seba Station. So here, yes, I wasn't going to buy any hats and t-shirts. I'm sorry, Julie. I was going to keep it to the pins and maybe a few stickers, but I was so excited to get to Seba Station. So here's the hat I got. I had to get this. And then here's the t-shirt. What I really like, I'm going to try to do some athletic bending around. Let me see if you guys can see the back. I hope you guys can see the back. I just thought the logo was really cool and what it says about riding the Mother Road. Excuse me as I get situated. Okay, so Seba Station, really cool. You get a chance to stop there. I got lost off of Route 66 right prior, and then I got back on track, and as I came around the curve, I saw it and talked to Jerry. I'm going to hit it on the way back. I did a little bit of outside video and some pictures. I really didn't do too much inside. Oh, I take that back. I did the video I did on my GoPro, so I'm going to have to download it off the GoPro. But I'm going to hit Seba Station on the way back home. Thanks, Jerry. That was really cool information you shared with me. Okay, so I was supposed to be heading out to Marceline, so that's going to be canceled, which I'm going to adjust some plans, but that's okay. What's really weird for me is that I am 2 days out from Chicago, so I'm going to be, this is day 6. Day 7's video, I'll be midway between here and Braidwood, and then day 8, I'll be heading into Chicago. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. So yesterday I was talking about how I used the shoe goo to fix my neck brace. So 2 things about this neck brace. Number 1, it makes a huge difference for me. I don't, people, personal opinion, personal choice on the protective gear they wear, but this makes a huge difference on how my neck and my upper back feel when I'm wearing it. Once again, I did have spinal fusion surgery, C6 to C7, almost a year ago. It was actually on September 11th, and I have a follow-up this September 11th when I come home from the trip. But that shoe goo thing and using the furniture as a vise to keep it down worked perfect. Haven't had an issue with it all ride. So carry some shoe goo. You never know when it's going to help out. So that was a good one. I also wore I swapped out. I've been wearing my Climb Mojave pants, the very lightweight pants. And I did swap out yesterday, which probably kept me from getting too soaked. I swapped out to the heavier Dakar Climb. The Dakar Climb, which have these, they're heavier, they don't have that mesh vents in the front, but what they do have are these, I showed on another product review, they do have are these zippers with these bellowing vents right here, and those work really well, really well. I like both pants, and I'm glad I brought them both. So I swapped out to those. I'll be wearing these. Oh, there's some bug collection on my knees, but so I swapped out to those with that. And then, oh, I was going to show you, people were asking me about the t-shirt I was wearing yesterday. So this t-shirt was a gift from my good friend, Deb Abrams, just for this trip, because she was planning an RV trip while I was planning this one. So thanks, Deb, but no, I did not buy that on Route 66. I did not make that myself. That was a gift before my trip. And so at Seba Station, besides what I bought, they had this magnet. Oh, I guess it's not. I'm trying to get a good focus on it. So this is a magnet they had, and the only difference is that their pin that would come on a card like this, that I'm collecting these. They just had it in magnet form, but he said he's going to hold on for me in pin form. So when I go back, I'll get the pin. But definitely wanted to get the magnet for Seba Station. Look up Seba Station. It's just got an interesting history, and those guys are doing such a great job on maintaining that and sharing it with all of us. One other quick product review. I'm on 9 minutes. I want to keep these to 15. So my wife got me this side pouch for Christmas. It's like a leg bag side pouch. I haven't had any good motorcycle pants that have cargo pockets. Everything I keep in here, by the way, is soft. They're books and it's soft. So if I ever did go down, it's not like something's going to impale me. But what I keep in the main pouch, this main pouch, which helps out a lot when I'm riding, is that it fits this book perfectly. And you don't know how, I mean, because everything else is locked up in these side bags. So if I stop and I'm on my bike, I can break this out, get back on track. It's just, I'll get into the book later, but it's a book of Route 66 directions, some history and stuff like that. And then I also have 2 Route 66 maps in here. One's a AAA, and the other one's, hey, there's the Blue Swallow. I'll be staying there on my way back home. And then it has 2 pouches here. One I keep some stationery and pens to write notes in. The other one is just some odds and ends and a little pocket knife. And then it flips up here where I keep my neck gaiter and a headset. So don't even feel it while I'm riding. Great little accessory to have. Makes things just a lot more functional. I dismount the bike, I go inside a restaurant or whatever, and I have this on my side, and I go, oh, I want to see where I'm at. I don't have to do anything else, right? It's on me the whole time. I showed you guys that. One other thing. Oh, here's Gecko. I'll say hello to Gecko. And I did buy this. My buddy Ron at work walked me through the process. I brought this Surface laptop. Now I'm able to get my my helmet cam videos and my GoPros on here with no problem. I can't figure out how to get my Samsung, which is recording right now, my cell phone, photos and videos on here. And I keep getting these warnings that my memory is running critically low on the Samsung. So after I do a video, I send it and I delete it off my Samsung. But this is a really cool laptop. It fits in a cool compartment in the back trunk of the motorcycle, and I can show you guys that later. I'm not a technically inclined person either, and I'm getting a few tips on what to do. I'm just not. I mean, I'm new to the whole Route 66. I'm new to KLR motorcycle riding. I'm new to videoing. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to... So this is a huge endeavor, a huge voyage for me It's a huge voyage for me to do all this. So I'm learning as I go along. I wish I knew more before I set out, but I have some tools and I have some techniques, and hopefully when on the return trip, my days are going to be shorter ride time, and I'll have more time to edit and stuff like that. So I'm going to tell you what happened last night. This is totally weird. Oh, before I get into that though, I wanted to. Let me see if I can do this. No, let me tell you the story first, because I got to take the camera off. So I'm disoriented, I'm upset, whatnot. I come into the hotel last night to go check in. There's some people there. Everyone's coming in from the rain. I'm soaked, and my climb jacket feels like a ton of weight. It just feels like it's so freaking heavy. So I'm waiting, and I have my helmet in my hand. So I check in. I made arrangements before I even got there. I actually called from the racetrack. So I asked her, hey, can you get me on the bottom floor? Because I didn't want to carry my stuff in an elevator. She goes, well, I'm sorry, we're not putting anybody in the bottom floor because the rain. You know, we put everyone on floors 2 and 3. And I go, that's fine. I didn't pick 2 or 3. So she gives me my card, and I'm in an overhang. But the motorcycle's at the overhang outside, right outside of checking in, a little driveway area you pull in, so it's dry. And I said, well, I'm going to go into my room. I'm going to put my helmet down, take off my jacket, and I'm going to unload the motorcycle. She goes, oh, that's fine. You can leave it there, no problem. And I had to go to the bathroom. So I get in the elevator. Apparently, she gave me room 205. But there was somebody who I didn't know who it was that was right before me. And I heard her talking to him, and she had a familiarity with him, and I figured she knew him. Well, right after he left, she gives him a key. Right after he left, another lady walks in. She knew her, and she goes, oh yeah, can you bring this up to his room? He left it on the counter. So I thought, maybe she knows these people. And she does, believe me, she knows these 2 people. So, I get in the elevator, and they hadn't been up there. I get in the elevator, and I didn't realize it, but I thought the person in front of me hit the 2nd floor. They hit the 3rd floor. So when I walk off on the 3rd floor, I'm supposed to be on the 2nd. I'll go to room 305. Not 205. So I go in there, and I go swipe the key, and the key opens. The key opens the door, you know, as expected, so I figure I'm in the right room. I walk in immediately into the bathroom, and I put my motorcycle helmet on the counter, and I'm about ready to go to the bathroom, and I hear activity in where the bedroom's at, and there was quite a break where you couldn't see where the bed was at. And I can hear 2 people, and it sounds like they're on their honeymoon. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So I freak out, and I hear them get quiet. And they go, did you hear something? And I freak out and I leave. As soon as I leave, the door closes behind me, and I realize my helmet is in the room. I'm just like, oh my God, I left the helmet. I left the helmet in the room. So I'm not going to knock on the door. I run downstairs. And I said, hey, I went into my room, and at that point I realized it was 305, not 205. But my key opened it. She goes, what? And so I'm telling the lady, she goes, my husband's the maintenance guy. He went to 305 to fix an air conditioner. And I said, well, you gave me 205, but what she did is that she made 2 keys for him. She gave him one. She left another one on the desk. But I think when she ran mine, she never adjusted it. So instead of giving me 205 to open it, so basically, had I gone to my room in 205, the key wouldn't have worked. We've all been there where you go swipe your key doesn't work, you got to go back down. Oh, my key's not opening my door. And they said, oh, well, and they do it again. I think that's what happens. They just forget to program it, and they give you the key to the prior person's room. Well, that's what she did. But ironically, he was in 305, I was in 205, and I got off on the 3rd floor by accident. She goes, what are you talking about? I go, that's my husband fixing me. I go, no, I think he's in there with that woman that came in. She goes, well, that was my sister. He forgot his tool, his reader, this device that reads the AC or whatever. She goes, I handed it to her to tell her to bring it up. I go, I don't think he's fixing the AC up there. So she freaks out. She didn't say anything to me. She just freaks out and leaves. So I'm following. I want my motorcycle helmet. So I'm thinking, well, what the heck? So her husband's up there with her sister. So she has the master key. She goes in there, and when the door's jiggling, you can hear them run, and the bathroom door closes. So she walks in. I stay outside in the hallway. She's going off. I mean, I thought the roof was going to fly off. The sister, who was with the brother, runs into the bathroom where my helmet's at and locks the door. She's pounding on the door. I thought she was going to break the door. People started coming. By the way, I'm in the hall. People from other rooms were coming out looking at me. I'm in my motorcycle gear, but my helmet's inside. I put my hands on it. I don't know. She's pounding on the door, and the door finally opens. She starts yelling at her, and all of a sudden my helmet comes out. The helmet starts coming out of the door, and who's holding it? David Kionis from NBC, What Would You Do? Right? He hands me my helmet, and he says, well, let me ask you. You just walked into this love triangle. What would you do? My jaws dropped. And that, people, is how you tell a funny story that is not true at all, but you incorporate some of the experiences that you have, some reality, and you put some injection and some fantasy, and you have a good time while you sit around a fireplace and you pull somebody's leg. That did not happen at all. So I hope you guys like that. Sounded good. But let me show you something really quick when it comes to drawing. I'm going to show you this little trick. So as a lot of you know, I go to Osan Air Base a lot on TDY, or I used to. But I found out this little trick that if you have anything wet, if you put it in the bathroom overnight and you close the door, these lights right here, they're like, this light in the sun, they're like heating lights. And I think they do that so, because the bathroom's floors get wet and stuff, and that light is a heating light and it dries everything out. So, you know, I put my pants here. My gloves were soaked yesterday, soaked. From the rain, these were soaked. So I laid them out underneath the light last night, and they're almost all dry, and my jacket was soaked to the bone, and their laundry was out. And I would don't like putting stuff in dryers, as I said yesterday, but this was soaked to the bone. It's totally dry. I hung it in here overnight, left the bathroom light on, and it is warmer in here, but it dried it out, and I guess because the vent's going. But that's a little trick. If you have anything wet, you're washing or whatever, put it in the hotel bathroom, leave the light on, the warming light, and had I not done that, I guarantee you this would have been wet and heavy this morning. There's no doubt. That's how drenched I got, and my gloves would still be wet. So those are my tips for today. I went over 15 minutes. I hope you found a little bit of entertainment in my funny stories. But it's about 6:30. They're going to start serving. They started serving breakfast at 6. So I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go pack up all this mess, all my electronics, get on the road, and today will be an adventure. I don't know what I'm going to see. I've canceled one leg of my trip out, going up to Marceline, so I'm going to have some time to explore, relax. I'm not going to get all the way to Braidwood. That's about 6 hours, so I'm going to try to cut this ride in half somewhere along the lines. I'm sure there'll be more YouTube videos to come. Thanks for everyone with their comments. Love my hat, and I hope to see y'all soon. And thanks, some people are saying, keeping me in your prayers. Thanks for doing that. And I'm not pushing it, I'm playing it safe. So like, subscribe, don't forget to get out there and ride. And life is an adventure. Make your journey a good one.